So today, before beginning, if you like this kind of content, what should they do again?
Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe. Check out my car. It's so cool.
It's so cool. What's it called?
The quesadilla is simple. It's all about me.
It's all about you. What'll it do if you pick it up?
Make you have amazing dreams.
Make you have amazing dreams. Wow. And what about the shop here? These things right here. What will these make you do?
Make you have amazing dreams.
Whoa, man, you got to sign me up for that. All right, more on that at the end of the video. How many people need to be proven as disreputable before a narrative falls apart? And what kind of proof do you need? I mean, do you need their own stories in their own words to fall apart? How about the person being arrested for something? Say, I don't know, filing a false police report. How would that work? Would that help knock something down? So, hey there. So today I return to that wonderful world of litigation, and I want you to tag along with me to talk about something that's breaking news. And now I want to stress something with this. I want to stress it very, very prominently here. This is not something that I've put in the time and energy to prove. So take this as you will. But still, this is something the yellow flash is posted here. You can see the tags in it. Ty Beard, Nick Ricada, that umbrella guy, Hero Hey, Imish is live. All-star witness for Monica Rial and Ron Toye is already a proven liar. But hey, listen and believe. Hashtag I stand with Vic more than ever. That sounds really bad, right? I mean, that sounds really, really bad. So let's look at this picture here first. Now, this picture. Now, I'm terrible with faces, let's just say. I'm going to put that out there. I am terrible with faces. If you were to say, hey, there's a person in a dark alley over here that was assaulted, but a person came running out. You saw the face clearly. Is this the person you saw? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't actually tell you. But still, I want to ask you here. So is this person here this person here? I mean, that's an important thing, too. There are many years between this as well. So is that the same person? Again, drinking in that picture with this picture here. And again, this is a very important fact because when you're talking about one to the other, yeah. So if you look at the statute here, the statute for false report of a crime, that's their charges. Yeah, that's actually the correct statute as well. You're talking about 161026. This was pulled up from the 2015 Georgia Code, Title 16, Crimes and Offenses, Chapter 10, Offenses Against Public Administration, Article 2, Obstruction of Public Administration and Related Offenses, false report of a crime. A person who willfully and knowingly gives and causes a false report of a crime to be given to any law enforcement officer or agency of this state is guilty of a misdemeanor. Sadly, that's a misdemeanor there too. But you notice how it's laid out. It's very cut and dry here. Anyone that is willfully or knowingly giving a false report of a crime. So this person here, they have done that in the past. Now, what happens if this person is attached to current litigation? What does that say about current litigation? And what does that say about an affidavit? That's something I'm wondering when I see this. Again, not my post, so not my research, but if this holds to be true, what does it do to this? I mean, we're talking about the right place, right? I mean, we're talking about all of the information lining up here when we're discussing the place here. So let's read this. Let's look it over. My name is, we have the, sound mind, competent, authorized to make statements and on. I am the CEO of QuietCon Convention and Anime Weekend Atlanta, held in Atlanta, Georgia. I initially met Victor Mignogna on September 25th, 2004 at Anime Weekend Atlanta. I have known about Mignogna's bad reputation with women and convention staff for many years. years. Around 7 years ago, I was attending the Anime Central Convention in Rosemont, Illinois, and I saw Mignogna being overly friendly with a female cosplayer near the Funimation booth. The cosplayer looked very uncomfortable with his actions, and I witnessed her tell Mignogna that she needed to go. I then witnessed the cosplayer quickly try to run away from Mignogna, and it appeared to me she was removing herself from the situation to avoid a confrontation. I went to Sarah Sullivan, an employee at Funimation at the time, and reported what I saw. Sarah Sullivan told me this was normal for him. In response, I told her that if it happened at one of my conventions or shows, I would not allow him back in. Sarah Sullivan looked extremely exhausted and told me that I could make a complaint about it if I wanted to. I told her okay. I did not hear anything afterward about my report regarding Mignogna. So here, you have something that, well, it's thrown out there. It's supposed to be between two people. We're talking about 7 years before. So, I mean, no paperwork, nothing to prove this, just this phantom cosplayer out there that this person is eyeballing. So again, if this person is this person, do you want to believe that narrative? That's something that I'll lay out there for you. You can tell me, what do you go with that? So let's continue on. I have received complaints from attendees at Anime Weekend Atlanta, QuaiCon, about Mignogna. For example, about 4 years ago at Anime Weekend Atlanta, one of our volunteers, they have their name here, in guest relations was also Mignogna's personal handler assistant. She would fly with Mignogna and accompany him to other conventions as well as the Star Trek Continues set. This volunteer was a die-hard fan and admirer of Mignogna, and I witnessed her defend him anytime someone complained about him being a diva or too demanding. However, one day she came up to me and said that while she loved Anime Weekend Atlanta and wanted to keep volunteering in guest relations, she requested not to be signed to Mignogna or work with him directly anymore. She stated that, quote, he was not who I thought he was, and when I pushed for more details as to why she felt that way, she was hesitant and uncomfortable to say anything. I believed that she was too scared to say anything further, so I dropped the matter. I learned from someone else last year that Mignogna had forcibly kissed her without her consent, and I believe this is why she did not want to work with him. While I was frustrated she did not tell me this sooner, I understood why she was hesitant to tell me, because she knew I would not allow to invite him back to Anime Weekend Atlanta ever again. So here is yet another accusation. This accusation, it's secondhand material, something that was not only not told to this person by the person directly, but it's something we would have to believe them as an integral part of this story. Again, if this person here talking about this, relaying this information to you, was this person, would you want to attach something to it? How much belief would you put on that? So continuing on here. Now, I've also received complaints from attendants at QuaiCon convention. One complaint was from attendee Kelly Loftus. Kelly emailed me and stated that Mignogna was grabby and touchy and kissed her without consent, and she did not know what she should do. I have attached emails I received from Kelly on January 28th, 2019 to this statement at Exhibit A. Now, something that's very important about this when you put it together is looking at the date of it. You know, we're talking about January 28th here. So we're talking about after everything starts becoming public. This, it makes me ask certain questions like, hey, you know, when exactly is all of this coming up? And again, you know, when you're looking at it, well, if all of this stuff, if all of this stacking here supposedly puts together a narrative, yeah, you have to ask. Another complaint was from attendee Leah Hamilton, also known as Leah Rose, who was a cosplayer. Originally, I knew that she admired Mignogna Mignogna, but he aggressively pursued her despite him rejecting him, and both of them being in committed relationships. She publicly announced this incident, and there was an enormous amount of media backlash against her and Kawaii Con from Mignogna's fan base, also known as Vic Resin Bull Rangers. So you have somebody come out, they just say, hey, this happened there, therefore. Man, I mean, what are you talking about here? Also, media backlash, yeah, I don't think that works in this day and age. And throwing Resin Bull Rangers under the bus, that seems to be the new norm. Let's throw those people under the bus because we can call them anything we want right now. Amazing stuff, isn't it? Due to the two incidents at Kawaii Con, the incident from Anime Weekend Atlanta, the incident I witnessed at Anime Central Convention, and other poor behavior we witnessed from Mignogna, I and the other management staff voted to ban Mignogna from Kawaii Con and Anime Weekend Atlanta in the future. Neither Monica Rial, Jamie Marshy, Ron Toye, or Funimation have contacted me to request that I ban Mignogna from any convention. Here's yet another statement that you would have to buy from somebody specifically to go in and say, yeah, you know, this is a statement of fact. And again, would you want a statement of fact if this person is indeed this person? Again, saying that I have not researched that, so you can make up your own mind in that. I am not aware of any signed contract with Mignogna that guarantees Mignogna's appearance at Kawaii Con or Anime Weekend Atlanta. The invitations for Mignogna to attend Kawaii Con was made in the sole discretion of management staff and can be withdrawn at any time without penalty. Now, I wonder if you're talking about this person too. They have that position and they turn out to say, I don't know, file false reports. What exactly does that do? Does that mean that, well, their invitation to return to these conventions, it can, quote, be withdrawn at any time without penalty? I wonder about that. I really do. Because I have independently agreed with, so this person independently agrees. They decide, hey, accusation is substantiation. I have been targeted, stalked, and harassed by fans of Mignogna. For example, on April 4th, 2019, a little before Kawaii Con convention started, I received roughly 500 spam emails during a 2-hour period. I was also contacted by the state of Hawaii because they received a complaint from one of Mignogna's fans because we banned him from attending. I had a meeting with the management of Hawaii's convention center to discuss the complaint. So they had a complaint there. They have a complaint from a fan saying, hey, I want to know what the heck's going on. I have a problem with this. That is stalking, that is targeting, that is harassing. That's very interesting, you know, because you're attached to an endeavor. You get a complaint about it, you have to address that. That's very interesting. 500 spam emails. Now, do we have the actual note of that? Do we actually have proof of that? Or do we take somebody's word? And again, if this is this person's word, how much do you attach to that? The reason that I ask all of this and hammer this idea in is because, again, if this person turns out to be, when we're looking at it, this person, how much weight does that carry? How many people have to be proven as, well, you can put a certain 4-letter word with that before we start to ask, what the heck is going on? How long does that have to come together before it looks like something different? You know, another thing that I wonder too, if you have a person that is attached to a convention that is proven to be that, what kind of liability does the convention have? Because this person is throwing out accusations in the name of. So when you're talking about litigation, if that person again has been accused of a statute, that statute report of a false report rather of a crime, what exactly are you talking about with liability? The one thing that I know in all of this is we have already had narrative after narrative come apart Stalling anyone? That stuff. It blew up a narrative when we're talking about Emmett Plant and his post on June 30th, 2019, despite the fact he's saying on June 29th, 2019, a specific thing happened. Yeah, that blows up a narrative. So many things out there look like they're going to be a little bit questionable. So again, I pose you the question, how many people have to be proven, well, to be like this before there's a narrative that falls apart? Let me know what you think in the comments. Like this content, support the channel. There are links in the description. One of those is The Case of the Littlest Umbrella, all ages Lovecraftian tale, plus another comic book associated with one simple message. We can defy gatekeepers. We were told we couldn't do something. Well, we can do whatever we want. Now you let me know what you think about this stuff, pro or con, and look up some of the names there. You know, I found a particular cosplayer to be interesting because, yeah, they went after HawaiiCon pretty heavily. And it really, I mean, when you look at this stuff, how many people have to say, oh, you got to listen to me before you start saying, maybe I don't have to. Maybe I don't have to at all. Also, ending this, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. You empower these endeavors. Many of these people have forgotten that too. They look at the person out there and they say that you're replaceable. How many people do they say that to before their endeavors fall apart? So I want to end by saying thank you for showing up. I appreciate you checking out what we've talked about here. And if you want to support the channel, do so. I will do this again soon. So, keep an eye on that as well. Subscribe, hit that bell, and so on. And check out the posts about the fan contest as well. We have one going on right now, so you can submit artwork and on. Thank you.